What's going on, you guys? I am back again with another video, and this time it's another reaction. I'm going to be reacting to a leaked footage of NBA Live 18. Man, I'm so excited for it. I've been waiting for NBA Live 18 for like a year, like ever since before 2K17 came out. And I was hoping that NBA Live 17 was going to come out last year, but it didn't. You know, I heard it got canceled and stuff. I was waiting for it and everything. I couldn't wait. I was just like, man, I want to play the game because I haven't played a basketball game. Like, I need to get up on my game and stuff. But yeah, I was just waiting for it and stuff. I was like, man, I can't wait. And then just it went downhill. But hey, it looks like it's legit. It needs to happen this year, I hope, because this year I'm gonna get it. NBA Live 18, I'm gonna get it. So yeah, let's see these new graphics and stuff they got for it and stuff. So it's gonna be cool. Let's see. Let's get it.
You are now looking at your first bit of NBA Live 18 gameplay, man. We just came back from the event in LA. It was a dope event. We got a chance to see a lot, hear a lot about the game, and a lot of which, in terms of gameplay, we're not allowed to show today. But they sent us this clip, and I was like, wait, pause. We can upload gameplay? So I'm gonna let y'all watch this shit and come to your own conclusions, and then I'm gonna share what I think about all of the gameplay in the event and everything that I heard, and I'm gonna share a little bit of that with y'all as well.
Looking clean, Kyrie.
Alright, man, here's the good and the bad. I'm gonna start with the good. So I seen a lot of what I wasn't allowed to show here today. And for the most part, the gameplay looked like a massive improvement, but it wasn't a transformation in what I think a lot of people, and you probably noticed by now if you're looking at the gameplay, is what you were hoping for. So the number one thing they improved on was the contact animations. Between characters, when you're driving to the rim and you're in contact with the opposing player, it feels natural. It looks amazing. So if it looks amazing, I could tell it's gonna feel astounding. I hit up, guys, you won't believe this. The community manager's name is Donnie. I can't make this up, alright? Now, I know it's very similar to Ronnie, and so I was speaking to Donnie, I was like, man, this looks easily abusable. Is this going to be cheese? Because the way I see some of these signatures, animations, Giannis doing a Euro step, I feel like I would be doing that every time down the paint, every time on the fast break, literally every possession off a pick and roll, if it's that effective. And he assured me that it's going to take a lot of skill to get a move off, and I'd hope so, or else it'd be incredibly overpowered. So, I mean, keep in mind though, that's the same thing NBA 2K17 said before their launch. They said it was going to take a lot of skill to dribble this year. Turns out that wasn't the case, or they just dumbed it down as the game went on. So I was a little bit skeptical, and I was also aware that it's not 2K, it's NBA Live, so I don't want to really hold them on some shit that 2K, a promise that 2K broke in the past. On a side note, a little bit more skeptical, that shit was everywhere. Now I'm gonna talk about this. I have a weird little bit I did in the vlog. I'm gonna drop it later tonight. And they were promoting this shit like crazy. Now everybody and their parents, now they didn't confirm this, but we all thought like it had something to do with story mode. So Madden had rumors of story mode was dropping. FIFA had a story mode last year, and so it looks like that's the trend with EA games, is at least in EA Sports, is they're adding story modes. That's the new selling point, man. So it's either that or it's new game mode. Now I was told like there might be some sort of park game mode. It might not be exactly like 2K Park. I can't speak on any of that because I don't know, and at that point it's just pure speculation. But the one seems like they put a lot of resources into it. They're gonna be hyping it up all the way until EA Play, where they said they're gonna be announcing what it actually is. And so I could only imagine it's a story mode, but it was such a big part of the event that we went to, I felt like it was worth mentioning. Another neat little thing was they had after basket celebrations. You pull up with Stephen Curry, he did the landing, the Stephen Curry landing. They had some goofy ones that I can definitely see some trolls equipping and putting on. And the animations, for the most part, they look really good and natural. And I don't know, it was funny. Like when we were watching it as a whole group, like people were just laughing. Like some of them just looked hilarious. They had a very big emphasis on signature animation. So the stuff you'd see Giannis and only Giannis do, they admitted that they were poor in the past when it came to that, but that was one of their focuses, and they wanted to get that into the game. And so if we're talking about having a creative player, and you're gonna have a lot of variety in terms of which types of animations you want to pick, but then again, 2K already had that, so it wasn't like something that blew me away. I'm showing you guys some screenshots of some players that just look fucking astoundingly good. Now, I know from speaking, I'm not gonna say who, but I know some athletes don't go in to get their face scan from NBA Live, and I think like it's apparent, some of the face scans just look it just looks something off about it. You know when something just looks off, but you can't pinpoint. That's what it looked like. But there were some players like Westbrook, even Harden in the screenshot, Anthony Davis, where the detail was like, wow, you could like see their eyelashes, man, and you could see them clearly. It was amazing. So the graphics, man.
Wow. That's what I like about live, man.
This shit looks good, man. All right, so here's where we get to the cons.
The graphics.
So the jump shot animations for some of the players looked weird. Like, you know when you play 2K and it just feels like, oh, you know, it's 2K. You don't really think about it, but it just looked off. Like the specific one I seen, and it doesn't show in this clip here, but we saw James Harden's jump shot. In fact, you can see it a little bit, but from behind it's really clear. It just looked off. I don't know what it was about it, but it didn't look smooth. So I was hoping like maybe that was a singular issue, but I mean, if James Harden's jump shot looked off to me, and he's a superstar, I was trying not to extrapolate because you don't know what the other players are gonna look like. But that's when that was the first thing I seen where I was like, fuck, that did not look that good. If you've played NBA Live in the past before, you're gonna get the same NBA Live feel here in this game. It's not gonna be like I don't really know how to explain it. And to be honest, if you're looking at the gameplay this whole time, you see it too. You don't really need me to explain it, but you get that NBA Live feel from the gameplay. Now, I was talking to some people that have played the game before, and they were talking about the dribbling, how it felt amazing this year, and you could string together combos. But I also remember that people told me the same thing at the 2K team-up event that happened before 2K17's launch. And so every time I hear stuff pre-launch, I'm a little bit skeptical because, you know, you kind of get hyped when you're playing the game for the first time, and it really takes you playing the game for a while until you really learn its flaws, and you're like, damn, they missed this or they fixed that in the game. But at the same time, I didn't want to be overly harsh because that's not the point of this video. I just really wanted to, you know, no bias, see what the game was about. If it was lit, there was gonna be parts that was lit. If there wasn't, there was gonna be parts that it wasn't. Harden's dribbling here in this video, I don't know what it is about the dribbling. It just feels like, why is he dribbling in such a confined space? You know when like you're dribbling in real life, you can use your entire wingspan to do crossovers, especially in an ISO situation. The fact that he was dribbling so closely between his hands, I don't know what it was, but it just looked off. Now, you're not gonna see too much of it here in this clip, but there was times where we saw footage where the lighting just looked super off, and the players, like, this happened to Harden. So you've seen the screenshot of Harden that looked amazing, but there's situations where the lighting just comes off weird and Harden just looks horrible. And I don't even it's like, wow, I don't know. And so of course I had to inquire about which engine they were using because the lighting looked a little bit weird. And from the devs that I asked, both of them told me that they weren't allowed to say, which is like, at least for me, is like, okay, I kind of know what it is at that point. But I was talking to some of the other people at the event, and they told me that someone told them, which was confirmed by something I already knew, that they are still using the Ignite engine. And so if you know anything about NBA Live and its history, NBA Live 14 released and they announced the Ignite engine. Madden was running on it, FIFA was running on it, UFC was running on it, and it was supposed to be this big thing where when something was fixed in FIFA and they made improvements to the engine, that would translate to all the other games that EA Sports made. And everyone got excited because that's like 4 times the improvement. There's so many games. They said that they did the same thing here. When I was talking about contact animations, they said that was stuff they brought over from Madden, which you can clearly see in terms of contact animations. You can see why it feels so great. But the lighting, that's why. And so when I found out that they were still on the Ignite engine, especially knowing now that FIFA last year switched to the Frostbite engine, or I think this upcoming year. No, they did last year, they switched. So I was like, man, and then from what I heard, they said it might take a couple years to make that transition if they end up making it. And so if you're an NBA Live fan, man, you're ride or dying right now with the Ignite engine. And you know, for me, graphics isn't too big of an issue, which is why like I didn't go crazy over it. It's really just I wanted the animations to look and feel clean, and they did make a massive improvement. Now, a massive improvement in my book isn't enough to keep up with 2K. I still think like I think the 2K15 animations probably looked better. And it's not even me really trying to hate, because I was a Live head for a while growing up, and I only made the transition to 2K when it was super clear. Like there was no fighting it at that point after Live 10 dropped. Before we found out there was no Live 11, I said, well, 2K10 has a fucking my career, and it looks amazing. So they took a giant leap. If you're a 2K fan and you like the feel of 2K, it might take a while to get used to NBA Live. And I know for a fact this is not going to feel the same. is definitely gonna feel different. But at the same time, I'm kind of open to different. I kind of want NBA Live to drop, and I want it to be a really good game. God knows we need 2 good basketball games, man, because at times like this where I'm just like, yo, I can't even play 2K for more than 2 hours without putting my fucking controller down. I'm like, yo, where is NBA Live when you need it? And so although it feels different, and sometimes I look at the animations and it kind of looks odd, like I mean, maybe it's just that we've gotten used to 2K at this point, but at times it looks odd, and I'm willing to give it a chance and get used to it. I'm buying the game regardless. I'm gonna be uploading, and depending on how well it does, I might continue uploading it. And really what I'm excited the most for is to hear about the park, because if NBA Live doesn't include some sort of My Park mode, it is game over for me. Like the Pro-Am is dope. You know what I mean? And I'll buy it and I'll play Pro-Am for a little bit, but the replay value plummets, at least for me, if they don't have that. So they confirmed Ultimate Team is coming back. I asked about it. So if you're a My Team guy, it's definitely worth checking out, because My Team is really a dumbed down Ultimate Team. Is where 2K got the idea from originally. But that's where I stand right now. I don't know enough about the game. If they have a park game mode, I'm infinitely more interested into the game. The game looks good enough for me to play over a long period of time. So I don't know. I guess I'm gonna make a follow-up video when EA play, and we'll see how it feels. This is everything I seen. When you play it, it's gonna feel completely different, and then you'll definitely get a feel of, you know, whether the game is worth buying for you or not. I'm gonna be at the event. I'm gonna make a video when I come back, so if you guys don't make it to the event, don't fret. Agent has your back. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm not gonna overhype the game. I'm not gonna undersell the game, because I don't think it's worth hating on. I think it's a good game, but I'm just gonna give it to you how it is. I'm gonna call pause on that real quick. Double upload today. We got a vlog. Man, there was a fucking ton of people out today, so I was speaking specifically about gameplay here in this video. That's gonna be about the event as a whole. We was chilling with Jesser, Kuda, had some time with King Sean. Like, there was a lot of people from the MLB community. Like, it was dope as fuck, for real. And I think the developers and the community managers, they, like, you know what, the fact that they haven't quit yet, even knowing that, like, yo, 2K has market share on lock, you know what I mean? The fact that they haven't quit, it was clear that they had a passion for bringing this game back, and they genuinely wanted it to succeed. And I definitely hope that it does. I hope it does phenomenal, and I hope like it starts really competing with 2K. But based on what I've seen, I think it might take another year for them to really get to that point. But I think that this game should have been what NBA Live 16 was, and unfortunately it wasn't. But they're finally taking that next step in terms of gameplay. I'm disappointed it took 2 years, but I'm glad it's finally happening. Anyway, I've been talking forever, so I'm gonna let y'all go, man. This is my opinion, my thoughts on the gameplay from what I've seen. You guys saw like this replay about 1,000 times now, so you probably know it all well and see how you think about it. But anyway, I'm gonna catch y'all later, man. If you enjoyed, drop a like, subscribe if you guys are new.
Alright, well, that was the end of the video right there. Yeah, he put out a whole bunch of good pointers and everything on what he said. The thing that I'm excited about is like I like the graphics and the way it looks and everything. Like the whole, like, you know, some gameplay doesn't need to get fixed, but maybe, you know, it is like early on, like into the game, like it's still like got a lot of stuff to fix and stuff. You know, this is like the early stage maybe. So yeah, I'm just, you know, excited to see like the final cut, like, you know, like the final game and everything. Wait till it's all out. But yeah, just pretty much the graphics and the facials that they have, man, it's on point. And just the way, just like they have the sweat, and just the way like the whole game just looks way better than 2K and everything. It attracts me more. Like I'm playing NBA Live like for all my life, and I mean, when I was very little, I used to play 2K, you know, but now it's just been live, and I just got hooked on live more. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I can't wait till NBA Live 18 come out, because I'm definitely gonna be getting that, man. If y'all want to play with me and stuff, I may have need to get Xbox Live where I can play online and stuff, before I can play with you guys. But yeah, my gamertag will be down below in the description. And I want to give a shout out right now for a friend of mine that's been helping me, like, you know, like spread word around my channel and everything. His channel name is Jimmy Nichols 52, no spaces at all, and all in lowercase. So yeah, go check him out. He has some cool game videos and everything. So yeah, with that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Later.